Welcome to the Deep Dive. Ready to dive into the world of digital advertising today?
Absolutely. And you've given us some really interesting articles to dig into.
They are pretty juicy.
Yeah, should give us something to think about.
No need to be a marketing whiz to follow along, I promise.
That's all right. We'll break it all down nice and easy.
We'll try to give you those light bulb moments, those aha moments where you suddenly understand how digital advertising really works.
Exactly. And maybe even uncover a few surprises along the way.
Like how impactful digital advertising has become, which this Supedium article really digs into.
Yeah, it's not just about those banner ads we all ignore anymore, is it?
Thank goodness for that.
Right. This article highlights how digital advertising lets businesses connect with you directly based on your interests, your online activity. It's pretty incredible when you think about it. It's a little creepy sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. But it makes sense from a business perspective, right?
Definitely. Like when you see an ad for something you were just thinking about buying.
Exactly. And the article points out that businesses can track what's working and what's not in real time with digital advertising.
So they're constantly tweaking things for maximum impact.
Yep. It's a whole new world compared to traditional advertising.
So it's not just about throwing money at a campaign and hoping for the best.
Not at all. Data is key here.
So it's not just about businesses understanding their customers better. This knowledge helps us too.
Definitely. By understanding the tactics, you can become a more informed consumer.
Okay, I'm hooked. Let's unpack this whole digital advertising toolkit the article keeps mentioning.
Okay, listen.
Where do we even begin?
Well, you've probably heard of SEO.
Right.
Search engine optimization. SEO. Isn't that all about making Google like your website or something?
It's more nuanced than that. When you search for something online, say best wireless headphones, SEO is what makes certain websites appear at the top of those search results.
So it's like a popularity contest for websites?
Kind of, but it's not just about popularity. The Supedium article actually mentions that businesses utilizing advanced SEO strategies are seeing significantly higher conversion rates compared to those solely focusing on basic keywords.
Meaning, so I'm new here.
It's okay. It basically means they're looking for quality content that actually answers your questions and provides value.
So good SEO is about helping people find what they're looking for, which in turn helps businesses. Everybody wins.
Exactly. And it highlights a key aspect of digital advertising, understanding your audience and providing them with what they need when they need it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
This is already eye-opening, and we've only just scratched the surface. What else does this digital advertising toolkit have in store for us?
Well, next up, let's talk about a space that's constantly evolving: social media marketing.
Ooh, social media. Now, that's a world I thought I understood.
I hear you, but the article actually points out that in India alone, a whopping 25% of all online minutes are spent on social media platforms.
Wow, 25%. That's huge.
Right. It's a gold mine for advertisers, which means the competition is fierce.
So how do businesses stand out in that sea of noise?
That's the million-dollar question, and it's not about being the loudest voice in the room.
So what is it about then?
It's about crafting engaging content that really speaks to your target audience and running highly targeted ad campaigns and, of course, meticulously analyzing the results to see what's working and what's not.
So it's like a constant conversation with your audience using data to figure out what they respond to.
Precisely.
Okay, so we've covered SEO, all about optimizing for search engines, and dipped our toes into the world of social media marketing. It's kind of mind-blowing how much strategy goes into these platforms we use every day, right?
It's light years away from the internet, I remember. Digital advertising is a totally different ballgame these days.
Speaking of different, what about email marketing? I feel like nobody even reads emails anymore. Is that still a thing?
Oh, it's definitely still a thing. In a big way. The Supedium article actually says that 122 billion emails are sent every hour.
Billion with a B. That's insane.
It is. Think about it this way. Your inbox is like a direct line to your audience.
Instead of shouting into the void on social media.
Right. Email lets you build those one-on-one relationships. You can share valuable content, offer something tailored to them, and promote products or services, but in a way that feels more personal.
So not just blasting out those generic promotions.
No. The name of the game in email marketing is personalization. Imagine you get an email with your name on it, recommends stuff you actually might like, maybe even gives you a special discount. Suddenly, email doesn't seem so outdated, does it?
That's way more appealing than my spam folder, that's for sure.
Exactly. And that actually connects to a bigger idea we see throughout digital advertising. It's about building relationships with your audience that last.
Not just trying to get that one-time click or
Yeah.
purchase. More like turning people into fans.
Exactly. And since we're talking about targeting the right audience, how about those ads that seem to follow you around the internet?
Oh, tell me about it. It's like they know I'm craving new shoes or something. Is that magic? Or
Not magic. It's called search engine advertising, or SEA.
SEA. Okay, so how is that different from SEO? We already covered that one.
Right. So SEO was about making your website climb the ranks organically, right? SEA is more like a shortcut. Businesses can actually bid on certain keywords, and their ads will show up right at the top of the results page, even if their website wouldn't normally be there.
So it's like paying for the best billboard on the digital highway.
Got it. It puts their message right in front of the people who are already searching for stuff like theirs.
Clever. But it also makes you wonder, if I see those ads at the top, how do I know a website actually deserves to be there? Maybe they just paid their way to the front of the line.
That is a really good point, and it's why knowing how these tools work is so important. It's about understanding what you're seeing online and why.
Like having a secret decoder ring for the internet.
Exactly. And there are a couple more tools in this arsenal. Have you ever heard of affiliate marketing?
Affiliate marketing,
Yeah.
that sounds familiar. It's like when businesses team up with other people or businesses to help get the word out right.
That's it. It's all about using those existing networks and communities. Like when an influencer recommends something to their followers or a blogger links to a brand they actually use and love.
So everyone wins. The business gets more attention, the affiliate makes some money, and the person, like me, discovers something new and interesting.
You got it. And it really hinges on trust and being genuine. People are way more likely to listen to someone they already follow and trust.
Way more than some random banner ad. This feels so much more authentic.
Right. It shows how digital advertising is shifting away from being so in your face and becoming a more natural part of our online experience.
Okay, so far we've got SEO, social media marketing, email marketing, search engine advertising, and affiliate marketing. Anything else? My brain is full.
2 more to go, and this next one is all about data.
Oh.
Web analytics.
Web analytics. That one sounds kind of scary, not gonna lie. Is this where it gets super technical?
Not at all. Web analytics is basically like a detective's toolkit for websites. It's all about collecting and understanding data on how people are using a website.
So like how many people visit, what pages they look at, how long they stick around.
Yep. And that information is pure gold for businesses. It shows them what's working, what's not, how they can make things better for the user.
So it's less about the technical stuff and more about using data to make smart decisions.
You nailed it. Which brings us to our final tool in the digital advertising toolkit, mobile marketing. And this one is huge these days.
Mobile marketing. Well, yeah, everyone and their grandma is glued to their phone these days.
Right. And this Supedium article really underscores how important the whole mobile world has become.
So just having a website that looks good on a desktop computer isn't enough anymore.
Not even close. Mobile marketing is about everything from making sure your website and apps are easy to use on a phone to building those targeted ad campaigns right on those platforms. You have to meet your audience where they are, and these days, they're on their phones.
Wow, this has been so eye-opening. We've gone from SEO all the way to mobile marketing, and it's clear digital advertising is everywhere. It's like this constantly shifting landscape, but it touches basically everything we do online.
It's true, and that's exactly why it's so important to understand how it all works.
I couldn't agree more. But I have to ask, why does all this even matter to the average person? Why should we care about the ins and outs of digital advertising? That's the question, right? We've spent all this time on SEO and social media and email and everything else, but who does it actually impact?
Well, that's the thing about digital advertising today. It impacts everyone. It's not just for the marketing gurus anymore. It's how we experience the internet, whether we realize it or not.
It's easy to feel kind of powerless though, right? Like we're just getting hit with all these ads and messages and we don't have a say in the matter.
I get that. But that's where understanding the tools and strategies comes in. It gives you some of that power back.
Knowledge is power.
Exactly. Take those super specific ads we talked about, the ones that feel like they're reading your mind. Once you know how SEA works, how companies use your data to target you, you see it differently.
Yeah, it's less magic and more.
Strategic. Calculated.
A little bit, yeah. It's like you can see the gears turning.
Right. And knowing that lets you make different choices. Maybe you opt out of some data tracking or you check out different platforms. You just become more aware of what's happening.
More of a conscious consumer.
Exactly. And that awareness applies to other things besides ads too, like understanding how SEO works. That can help you figure out if a website is legit or not. You're able to navigate the online world with a more critical eye.
So it's not just about avoiding ads, it's about being smarter about what we see and believe online.
Absolutely. The more you understand about how digital advertising works, the more control you have over your own online experience. You're not just along for the ride, you're in the driver's seat.
I love that. That's a perfect takeaway from this deep dive.
I think so too. Don't just scroll blindly. Pay attention to what you're seeing, question those ads, be thoughtful about the information you come across. It makes a difference.
This has been amazing. My eyes are officially opened. And for our listeners who want to keep exploring this topic, we'll link to that Sapedium article in the show notes.
It's well worth a read.
That about does it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us as we explore the world of digital advertising, the good, the bad, and the strategic. Until next time, stay curious.
Thanks for having me.